What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Before I get into this episode of GH, I just made a post letting everybody know pretty big casting news for GH right now. Michael E. Knight has joined the cast of General Hospital. I was shocked by that news. For those who don't know who Michael E. Knight is, he played Tad Martin on All My Children. I was shocked by that. Like, when I seen that news, I said, wow. I wasn't expecting it at all. Michael E. Knight on GH, was not expecting it. For right now, we don't have any details as far as when he will appear, how long he's going to be on the show, what his character is. They're keeping that under wraps right now, so we don't have a clue. I'm happy about it, but again, we have a bloated cast as it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always happy to get a soap vet on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, always. And Michael E. Knight is a tremendous actor. He's a daytime icon. So, you know, it's cool to have him. And I'm looking forward to seeing who he's playing. But I just think they need to slow down on the characters. Slow down. Let's work with the bloated characters we have right now. Let's work with those, you know. But this is exciting news, though. It really is, because I'm curious to see who he's going to be playing. You know, maybe he's playing a new character. Maybe he's playing a recast of a character from a long time ago. We don't know, but I'm interested to find out. So anyway, getting into this episode of GH. I'm glad somebody finally told Maxie what I've been saying, what we've all been saying, hell, what Carly has even said. I'm glad somebody told her the truth. You should be editor-in-chief. How many times do people, obviously them bringing this up so much, because lately they have been bringing that up. Like, people saying how Maxie does all the work and Maxie should have this and da-da-da-da-da. It got to be leading to something. And I think that was the catalyst for this moment today. Hayden, of all people, mind you, Maxie don't really care for Hayden nor like her, but Hayden, of all people, was telling her she should be editor-in-chief or run her own magazine, because she was coming in there to get the what was it? She was coming in to get the projections and stuff from Nina, but of course Nina's not there and stuff, so she was going to come back. She was surprised that Maxie did the projections and stuff like that. She was shocked at how business savvy Maxie really is at running Crimson and stuff in Nina's absence. She was surprised by that. And she asked her, like, she was like, do you have an MBA? Like, you should go get your MBA. And, you know, Maxie was so unambitious. Like, seriously. Like, she was just uninspired. You know, and I'm glad that not only Peter, but Hayden saw the, you know, the potential in Maxie being a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see the potential and they're just trying to get her to awaken that ambitious side of herself. Like, she needs to be more ambitious, because Hayden was just surprised that a creative director knows about projections and all the balance sheets and all that type of stuff that, you know, the corporate mumbo jumbo. And Maxie is very well versed in business, and Hayden was taken aback by that. You know, she didn't think that she knew that. Maxie didn't really pay it no mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, what Peter and all them were saying. Even Peter was looking at her like, are you nuts? Like, Hayden has a point. Even Hayden sees the potential in you. Hayden, of all people. You know what I mean? Like, go out there and go run your own magazine. I'm pretty sure there's, I mean, you know a lot of people with money. You know, they can invest in your business. Go to Sam or somebody. They can invest. You know, you wouldn't need a bunch of money. You would need probably a few grand for the startup. You know what I mean? Go out there and open up your own magazine. But it kind of annoyed me how Peter said, you know, of course you're not going to be, you know, editor-in-chief of Crimson because it belongs to Nina. Excuse you? Belong to Nina? That company does not belong to no Nina. She don't own that. She's the editor-in-chief, but she can be fired. Like, simple. Maxie definitely should be running that company, but, you know, I doubt she's going to try to backstab Nina to be editor-in-chief. So I don't see nothing wrong with her quitting that job and becoming editor of her own little magazine. Why not? I'm pretty sure she could make that into a success. I mean, yeah, it'd mean longer hours, probably some late nights, early mornings. But that's what happens when you're an entrepreneur. You got to hustle. You got to put your all into it to make it a success. And I know she was worried about her son and spending more time with him. But I agree with Hayden. That's what childcare is for. And you got 2 built-in childcare. Hello, Mac, Felicia, boom. Handle your business. You know what I mean? Why not? I think it's perfect. And I've been saying this for a long time, that she needed to be editor-in-chief or running her own magazine, period. This is the perfect opportunity for Maxie. Finally, people are telling her this and getting her to realize her full potential. Like, why always play second fiddle to somebody else? She did it with Kate. Now you're doing it with Nina. Why always play second string? You know what I'm saying? Second in command. Why not be the number 1 instead of always being the number 2? You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Set up your future. Set up James's future. Have an inheritance for him. Build a legacy of your own. Maxie is too big of a character, in my opinion. Yeah, she's a legacy character, but Maxie, when I say big of a character, I'm talking about personality-wise, all of that. Like, she has it, you know what I mean, to strike out on her own finally. Instead of working for other people, work for yourself. We are in such a generation now where I'm seeing more and more entrepreneurs, because I think, and I have this conversation with people all the time. I think people are generally starting to get sick of working for other people. Not saying everybody, but I'm saying some people are. They just want something of their own, create their own hours, make good money, doing what they love to do. You know what I'm saying? Without answering to somebody. Go to lunch when they want to. Not punching somebody's time clock when they tell them to. You know what I'm saying? You get so tired of it at some point. It's like you got to just go for yours. And that's what Maxie needs to do. She needs to realize her dream and just go for it. And I'm glad that she got Peter and Hayden and all them in her corner, basically pushing her to do it and telling her you should do it. And I think she should. Most definitely. She has it. Why not? Don't let all that smart business savviness go to waste. I did like the scene, though, with her helping Obrecht get ready and stuff for her little date with Jax, her little lunch date. Obrecht was looking good, but I do have to agree with Maxie. That was more of a dinner outfit. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you wear to dinner. That ain't something that you wear to lunch. You want to be more casual with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a nice blouse, maybe some pants, some jeans or something. Something casual. You ain't got to go all out. That's something. She looked good, but that's something that you want to wear at a cocktail party or, a big dinner gathering or something. You know what I mean? Not for no lunch date. Because you see how Jax was dressed. He was dressed real casual. Well, that, and he didn't even know he had a date until 5 minutes prior. But, Jax was a sport about it. He didn't like Hayden's methods about her just basically pimping him out. But, he was like, okay, I'm going to do it. Because, he's a respectable person. He's not going to, trash on Obrecht. I also didn't like the way Jocelyn was a little rude with Hayden and stuff. Hayden didn't do nothing to Jocelyn. Like, she really is a little mini Carly. Hayden, I mean, I know she know about Hayden history in the town and stuff. But Jax mentioned how she was basically upset on Carly's behalf because Carly was still upset with Hayden about lying to Drew about her being his wife. I'm like, y'all still really mad about that? That was a whole 4 years ago. That was 3-4 years ago. You still pissed about that? Grow up. Get over it. Damn. And Jocelyn had no reason to be mad at no Hayden. That woman ain't do nothing to you at all. Calm yourself down. Or he's trying to be a little mini pit bull like your mama. Calm down. Down, girl. Down. Calm down. I like the fact that Jax was nice to Obrecht, but I do love the fact that Obrecht had no illusions about their date. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't expect nothing more than general conversation. I'm pretty sure she knows Jax is not really interested in her. But, she was just happy to be on a date, and he did treat her, with respect, and he was a gentleman. Carly, of course, could not stop minding her business. When has Carly ever minded her business? She's still thinking about the conversation that she saw between Brad and Obrecht. She was still wondering about that. Now she's even more curious when she sees Jax and Obrecht together, trying to go over there and be nosy. So she decided to break up the date by telling Obrecht about Franco, because obviously Obrecht didn't know about Franco becoming Drew. She had no clue about that. Carly was sitting there all smiles and stuff. Oh, you're welcome. Jax didn't look like he was grateful. Like, he looked like he was a little pissed off and annoyed that she interrupted that date. Because clearly he was going to pump some information out of her about Valentine. He was going to use that date to his advantage. And Carly just messed everything up. Typical. That's how Carly does. She messes everything up. Oh, before I forget, since I'm talking about casting news, so Haley Aaron, who played Kiki Jerome, is coming back to the show. They said it was more than just a supernatural visit, so I don't know what that means. I don't think it's on contract. I don't think she's coming back on contract, but it might be more than what meets the eye, so I can't wait to see what happens with that. But yeah, Carly need to learn how to mind her business. Now, on to some other business. Jocelyn. She wants to talk to her mother and Jax about quitting school. She doesn't want to go back to regular high school. Because she talking about, oh, I don't want to do, she said something about I don't want to be around high school people and doing that little high school stuff is pointless. You're a high schooler, so what do you mean it's pointless? No, trust me, when she gets older, you are going to regret dropping out of school. Not dropping out because she's technically not dropping out. She just wants to be homeschooled. But you're going to regret not going through the high school experience like regular kids do. Like, you're going to regret not doing that. Trust me. You will regret it. Not today, not tomorrow, but one day she will regret that. Because I think back on my high school days all the time, and I had so much fun. So much fun. The classes and stuff. Then she talking about, oh, I got all the boring teachers. And look at Carly. Oh, maybe we can call the administrator and stuff and get you some better teachers. School is not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be educational. You're supposed to be there to learn. You know how many boring teachers I had? I didn't have, we all had boring teachers. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of us, when we were in school, had boring teachers. I've had probably in my whole 4 years of high school, I've had 3 boring teachers. I've never had my mother call the principal and say, oh, can you switch his teachers? Oh, can you move him to another class with a more fun teacher? No, because that's not what it's supposed to be. The experience of being around high school kids and being in high school is the fun. But once you're in that classroom, being in a classroom can be fun too. You just have to make it fun. You know what I'm saying? Not doing stupid stuff, but make it fun. Make learning fun for yourself. And the teachers can make it fun for you. But we've all had boring teachers, but that don't mean we telling our mom or dad, oh, can you call the school, please? No. And my mother would have slapped me upside my head if I would even asked her to do that. She wasn't going to waste her time doing that foolishness. So the mere fact that Carly was the one suggesting that, I'm like, really, Carly? You need to have your mom badge revoked. Because what parent is going to call the school bothering the administrators of the school to change a teacher because your daughter is not having enough fun? That's not what it's for, fool. It's education. It ain't supposed to really be fun. You're supposed to get an education. Go to school. But we got to the real reason why she really didn't want to go. Because of Oscar. She's just not ready to be around that. You know what I mean? Because she wants to be there with Oscar. I mean, I get where she's coming from. But she needs to stop blaming everything on Oscar. Like, I get it. His death is still fresh for her. It's only been a few months. I get it. It's only been, 3 months since he's been gone? I get it. Totally I get it. I do. But you have to stop blaming you not moving forward with life on your missing Oscar. You have to stop doing that. Oscar wants you to live. You're still young. You're still a teenager. You need to experience things that teenagers experience. You have to do that. You can't stop doing stuff because Oscar's not here. You can't keep using his death as a crutch. You can't. A lot of us have lost people that we loved and cared about, but we kept moving. We're all still here. We're all still moving and pushing forward because that's what life is. You have to. It doesn't stop for nobody. When I'm dead and gone, for everybody else, it still ain't going to stop. They got to keep going. They can't use me as no crutch when I'm gone. You know what I mean? I can't use nobody else as a crutch. You just can't do it. I feel bad for her. I do. But you need to start, and I hope that Carly doesn't give in, and I hope Jax doesn't give in. I hope they push her and tell her, You got to go to school. You have to. Ain't none of that homeschooling and all that. I mean, what are you going to do when you go to college? I want to be homeschooled for college too? No, you can't do that. No. Oh, I want to take online courses so I could just do my work at home? No. No, no, no. When I went to college, I got up in the morning and I went to my classes. One of my favorite classes actually in college was my Saturday morning class. Yes, I booked myself for a Saturday morning English course. And that was the funnest class I had all semester long. Real fun. I think I got a B+ in that class. But that was my favorite class though. You know, she has to experience this stuff, man. They can't coddle her, you know, and I understand Carly wants to be there for support and coddle, and that's fine, but you got to know when to coddle and when to parent and, you know, give her a kick in the butt. You have to, and this is that time. This ain't the time to coddle. Because now she's talking about being homeschooled and stuff. No, 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 sir. No, she need to go to the actual building and be up in there. And, you know, as far as Dev go, I don't blame Jax for wanting to know about Dev and stuff. I don't blame him. If that's my child, you damn right I want to know who's in the household with her. I want to know this boy. You know what I mean? Like, you want to know anybody that's in the household with your child. Of course you do. You don't know that boy. Jax is being a dad. You know, that's what you got to do. Ask those questions. So, speaking of Dev, he had to get his severance pay. He only worked at that place for 2 weeks. Hey, what you doing with a severance? So he ended up showing up to the warehouse late or whatever. And Sonny was, you know, being tough on him. Sonny was like, you're late. He said, I don't tolerate that from my employees. It was so funny seeing Jason stand there with a clipboard in his hand, delegating authority. Oh, go to the foreman. He'll give you your assignment. I'm not used to seeing Jason. I'm used to seeing him being authoritative when it comes to the mob stuff. But when it comes down to like the coffee business and stuff, it's kind of cool to see Jason in that element, like the legit business element. It reminded me of like 2008, 2007 when they had the coffee shop. It was pretty cool though. So one of the, you know, I like how Jason is stern with Dev. Like he's real tough on that boy, and I like it because Dev is that child that needs a kick in the butt. He's sitting there trying to pick up both coffee bags at the same time. Mind you, Dev looks so puny. He looks so skinny arms. I'm like, can he actually pick up a coffee bag? I used to have a coworker like that at my old job. I used to have a coworker like that. He was so skinny. Customers would be like, can he actually carry the stuff? And like he was just so skinny, like skinny arms. Like they didn't think he had no muscle to him. I was like, hey, we'll find out. But, you know, Dev likes to take shortcuts. He tried to pick up both, you know, multiple bags at once, and you're going to bust the bag like that. Stop trying to be Macho Man Randy Savage and, you know, take one at a time because those are big coffee bean bags. So you might want to chill out, you know, take one at a time, do what you got to do. But I like how Jason was letting them know, like, you know, that's what lazy workers do and stuff, you know, because you don't want to keep walking back and forth getting one. And you know what I mean? Well, stop being lazy. Do the work. You ain't got nothing but time on your hand right now. You're doing a shift, and I'm pretty sure it's probably, maybe he's working full time, so it's probably an 8-9 hour shift. So you might want to, you know, pace yourself because it's going to be a long day. But yeah, Jason is not easing up on his kid as he should not. He shouldn't. But a new problem came when the foreman said that he was supposed to deposit some money for Sonny. The money's missing. And you know that they're going to accuse Dev of taking the money. Because now all of a sudden Dev shows up and now there's money missing. I said, hopefully Sticky Fingers Dev didn't take it. I hope not. So anyway, moving on from that. I'm glad Scott came up with a plan though. Scott definitely came up with a plan to keep Franco in town. He's going to have him wear an ankle monitor. So that way, you know, he got to stay in town for a while. You know, it's cool that I'm glad Scott did that. You know, he's thinking. I feel bad for Scott, though. You know, to have his son not know who he is and stuff. I feel bad for a lot of them. But at least he came up with that wise plan. Shiloh's still sitting there being a shyster, trying to manipulate Franco into telling him about where the money was. Talking about, oh, I could tell you about Oscar, your son. I could tell you, I could be honest with you because everybody else is not going to be straight up with you. I love how Franco still chose not to take the bait. Franco chose not to trust him. And I love how Drew beat Shiloh to the punch. Because Shiloh thinks he's smarter than everybody else. Remember, like I said, he was sitting there talking about how everybody wasn't going to be honest with him. Drew proved them wrong. Because Drew came down there and he was totally honest with Franco. Him and Franco made a deal. Franco was like, I will tell you everything about your past that you want to know. Even about Tex and the Shiloh, the money. I'll tell you all of that. All I want you to do is tell me about Oscar. Easy. Drew told him about Oscar. Told him everything. You know, what kind of kid he was all the way up until his death. And in exchange, Franco told him about the money. Franco told him everything he needed to about the money. Because before Tex died, Tex hid the money. And he told Drew where the money was. He told Drew where the money was before he died. He hid it somewhere in the United States. So Tex, he hid the money in his wife's car. So they know so Drew know where the money is. He know where it is now. I said, Shiloh is one of them shysters. He always think he got a card up his sleeve to play. Like, he refuses to accept defeat. All these charges he's facing, he's going to Pettinville now. He's still sitting there with that gleam in his eye. Oh, I ain't going to prison. Oh, I'm not staying in prison. He refuses to just stay down. I like a villain like that. That just has no quit in them. So, of course, Shiloh plays another card. He calls Peter and tells Peter to come see him because he got something important to tell him. So he got to tell, so Shiloh got something to talk to Peter about. I'm like, Shiloh just don't quit. He always got something to say. Always. He just will not accept defeat for nothing. So anyway, Monica was sitting there talking to Kim and stuff. And, you know, Kim decided to hand in her letter of resignation. And I liked the scene with them talking and stuff. I just didn't, you know, I love me some Monica. I just didn't like that particular conversation. Because it kind of felt like Monica kept badgering Kim to cozy up to Franco and try to get... It sounded like it was for selfish reasons. I know her heart was in the right place, but it sounded like it was more so for her selfish reasons. Like, because she wants to know about Drew's childhood and past, so she wants Kim to befriend him, stick around town, and cozy up to him, basically. Not in a way where it ruins her relationship with Julian or breaks up Liz's marriage, but befriend him more so she could gather information more about his childhood and about his life in the past that Monica doesn't know. I understand why she wants her to do that. I just felt like it's too much to ask. Like, you shouldn't even ask her to do that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, she doesn't want to be in that town anymore, and I can't blame Kim for that. You know, at least she's not delusional enough to think that, oh, by me leaving town, I won't be reminded of Oscar. And, you know, she knows that. She's always going to be reminded of Oscar. He's her son. She's never going to forget him. But, you know, I think Kim definitely may stick around for a while now. And now that Franco knows about Oscar, of course he bumps into Kim and he wants to talk to her about it. But anyway, that was pretty much the entire episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. And I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.